You know, Devin, when you're right, you're right. And you told me, you said Russo brothers movies, besides The Avengers and a few others, besides those, you said they're not great.
This is directed by the Russo brothers. This stars Sam Rockwell, William H. Macy, Louise Guzman, Patricia Clarkson, George Clooney for a little bit, and Michael Jeter, who he wasn't young when he died, but that dude died way too early because his career was really just starting to take off. He's in like Green Mile and Lone Ranger. His career was just starting to take off. He was a really good actor and he died too young. I guess this is a remake of a 1958 movie called Big Deal on Madonna Street.
Really?
Yeah, there you go.
That's pretty much it, huh?
Yep.
The movie opens up with you seeing four guys standing on a street in, I think it's Cleveland, Ohio, and they're looking very dirty and disheveled like they've had a bad day.
Yeah, but here's the problem with this one. This one is a massive spoiler for what happens at the end.
It is.
A perfect world that wasn't a spoiler. Right. It was just like, when you do a flash forward to start a freaking movie, you don't spoil the movie. Because they open up and there's smoke around them and they've got black dirt stuff all over their face. So it's like, oh, obviously there's been some sort of fire or explosion. And then when you start getting the details of what they're going to do, you know what that fire or explosion was.
Exactly. So they're doing this carjacking and he ends up getting arrested. He goes to jail. His cellmate is some crazy dude that starts laughing hysterically like a psycho, and then he starts telling him about a life-changing secret. I don't know anybody's name in this movie.
Nope.
Not a single person's name.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
I can't think of a single character's name. The only thing I could think is Blaskowitz. Is that what they kept saying? What were they saying?
Dude, I don't know.
Like the mission, they're like, it's a Blaskowitz. It's a Dirkovitz.
A Belinsky?
Belinsky, that's right.
Luis, his character, calls somebody and he's like, hey, you got to get me out of here. I know a big job where we could make around like $300,000. So I got $15,000 saved up. I want you to take that money and I want you to find somebody to take the fall for me for this carjacking.
Back to Collingwood. And I want you to find someone who's going to take the rap for this car fiasco for me.
Finally find somebody to take the fall, which is a boxer who is
Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell's character. I'm just going to call him Boxer because I don't know his damn name. He does act like he's taking the fall. He does end up going to jail just long enough to somehow manipulate Luis's character to telling him where this money is and how to get it. And then all of a sudden, as soon as he gets done telling that, he's like, "Oh, the judge is letting me go."
All right, you're free to go.
Thank you. Whoa. What are you talking about? Where's he going? Where you going? You told me you had 3 years.
You know, I did, but the judge suspended the sentence.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Everybody in this movie is an idiot, which again is by design, but it wasn't done in a compelling and effective
They're not likable idiots.
No.
They're not like, oh, this is a funny character.
Yeah.
No, they're not likable at all.
Yeah, I don't think I laughed a single time in this movie.
No.
They count on this apartment to be abandoned and they go to scope the place out and then they see this chick moving into the apartment and they're like, oh shit, there's somebody living here now. We have to adjust our plan.
Okay, this actress, I don't know her name. She's in a lot of early 2000s movies.
Yeah,
in every movie I watch this woman in, first of all, she's like love interest that they write like an idiot, so they write her like an idiot.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, where were you going?
I don't remember.
You were saying she's bad in every movie?
She's just the worst in every movie, and she's in really bad movies, and she does this stupid accent in this movie that's just awful.
Yeah.
It's
very fake. It's like a fake French accent or something, maybe.
I'm sorry to this actress, but she's just not good.
So basically, the boxer decides, well, I'm going to woo her and take her out on dates and see if I can figure out how we're going to get into this apartment. So he does that. Oh, Luis's character's name is Cosimo. That was his name, Cosimo. So Cosimo, he's still in jail, right? He's cleaning a toilet. A guard behind him passes out and dies or something, and he steals the guard's uniform and escapes from jail.
Yeah, he escaped prison or jail.
Boxer and chick go to the carnival on a date. They go in like this mirror room and they kiss, and then Cosimo shows up out of nowhere. Not sure how he knew they were there. Shows up out of nowhere and attacks the boxer. And then a few scenes later, Cosimo gets hit by a bus and dies. Oh, by the way, William H. Macy's character always has a baby with him for some reason.
Yeah.
I guess that was supposed to be funny, but it just wasn't.
Yeah, there's like a running joke that's like, if anything happens, he'll go, the baby doesn't like that, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be his comedy.
Then we finally cut to the heist. And as you can imagine, with all of these guys being absolute idiots, every single thing that could possibly go wrong goes wrong. When they get into this jeweler's place, apparently there's a fake wall in the living room, and you have to bust through that fake wall, and that's where the safe is. How the hell did they get that crank up there, dude? I don't remember seeing them carrying this giant ass.
Dude, that's a great point.
Dude, it was like 10 feet long,
that's a
bro.
wonderful point. I don't remember at all.
So they're cranking this thing, trying to bust through the wall. They bust through the wall, and it turns out they picked the wrong wall. It busts into the kitchen. There was a second living room.
That's sweet Jesus. How did you get in there?
Also, they do something else in this scene where they're like, they have this emotional moment where each one of them says what they're going to do with the money.
Yeah.
Why did you say that for the end of the movie? Why didn't you put that at the beginning so we can care about these characters? Why'd you wait till the last 5 minutes of the movie?
I guess the kitchen fills up with gasoline from a gas stove, and they light a match, and the place blows up. But they're perfectly fine. This movie felt like a super boring, unfunny live action Looney Tunes. Even with the music was really goofy throughout the whole movie. The music reminded me of music that you hear in SpongeBob, like this real kind of do 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 kind of goofy. God, you're gonna do something.
No, I will. I swear, I will not leave that in. This is what this movie felt like to me. The Russo brothers are coming out of film school, probably in the 90s, and they're like, "Bro, we love the Coen brothers." They were popping at the time.
Yeah.
This is our Coen brothers. It's these wacky, weird characters, and we think we're funny, so we're gonna write jokes like the Coen brothers do.
Yeah.
But the Coen brothers actually are funny.
Yeah.
And they're like, let's get these wacky characters in this situation, and this movie's gonna be so good. Every movie they make, I swear they think they're doing this most amazing thing. Like, bro, they did this Netflix movie called Gray Man. It's the biggest piece of shit ever seen in my life.
It's pretty bad.
It's so bad. And then they did this movie called Cherry, which I was so excited for because it's a great true story, and it's got a great cast as well with Tom Holland, and he's phenomenal in it. But they do this stupid ass editing, and their structure of it's so stupid. And I know they thought it was so cool and so innovative, but it's not, and it's so bad. And people think they're good when they get to hide behind a $250 million Marvel budget, and they're just not good.
Now that you mentioned the Coen brothers, you're right. It did feel like they were trying to make their own version of a Coen brothers film.
Yep.
It did feel like that. And you know, it's not like the worst movie that I've ever seen or anything, but it's just not, it's like below average, like well below average, I'd say. Dude. You know,
it's Wonder Bread, but I want wheat bread.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. Yeah.
It's just, this movie's just white. It's just so bland.
It is bland. That's a good word.
Yeah.
It's very bland, man. Like, needless to say, Welcome to Collinwood is going to be a giveaway over on the Instagram page, vhs.voyage. You'll have about 2 weeks from today to enter that giveaway, the day that this video goes live. That's it for today's episode of VHS Voyage on Welcome to Collinwood. I'm Matt.
I'm Devin.
And we'll catch you guys next week.